The lives of some Brooklyn residents have been turned upside down after landlords ordered their apartments partially demolished. TV 1055 continues to try to track down the owners, but they're hard to find. Sonia Rincon has the exclusive.
Yesterday, we showed you what was done to Silviera Hormigo's home here at 324 Central Avenue. Her apartment and others here at 98 Linden Street have been torn apart. The bathrooms and kitchens left impossible to use. The elusive landlords, Joel and Aaron Israel, have dozens of complaints and pending cases against them, accusing them of finding ways to force out longtime tenants of rent-stabilized apartments. The tenants we've heard from say they had no warning. We've been trying to contact the Israel brothers for weeks. One of their lawyers finally returned a call. He promised to produce proof Hormigo had failed to pay rent. So far, he hasn't, and said the Israel brothers would not be available. Carmen Bonilla with Bushwick Housing and Legal Assistance is helping Hormigo and some of the other tenants and says these landlords belong in jail for what they're doing.
Because if this landlord does not go to jail, and then other landlords think they can get away with this, and other tenants are going to live in these kind of situations, and we're going to be knocking out the rent stabilization and the rent control law in New York City, and there's nowhere for the poor people to go.
One of the cases involving 98 Linden Street was being heard here at Brooklyn Housing Court today. The Israel brothers weren't here. They sent a different attorney. In fact, they almost never show up in court. One of the councilmen who's trying to help the Bushwick residents says he would love to talk to the Israel brothers, but he can't find them either. Attorney Brent Meltzer was here for the tenants and says it's actually part of a bigger problem.
Well, the Israel brothers are probably the most egregious, but we're definitely seeing an uptick maybe in the last 6 to 8 months of lots of tenants coming into our offices whose buildings are being destroyed around them.
In these cases, he says all that demolition was done without permits. In Brooklyn, Sonia Rincon, TV 1055.